is the place where you come and be decode about success, strategy, startups, self-help books. Actually, I am an Indian author and I have written over 100 of the books. So you know about me. And in this video, going to talk about startups. So I am your host Arvind Upadhyay. I am a business and life strategist, and today we are diving deep into the critical questions. That is, why do most startup fail? Before that, I want to introduce Career Bro. Career Bro is India's most trusted career counseling, career guidance, and career assessment platform. So if you are struggling with your career decision, then must go to the Career Pro and get the clarity. And the Career Pro is highly affordable. Just the starting price is 999. So you can do the assessment and clarity on your career. They can going to be companion in career, so you can going to be a lot of the benefit from that. So come back to our episode. This episode is going to be about how why do startup fails and what the big reason for the failures for the startups. Whether you are just starting or scaling, this episode is going to give you clarity about like why startups is important, how startup is going to improve your life. Let's be honest, startups are the exciting. Whenever anyone is starting the startup, they are going to be very excited. Almost everybody is very exciting when they is starting a startup. They are bold, they are descriptive, okay, but there is a harsh truth. The truth is that 90% of these startups fail. Okay, so guess what? Most don't fail because of the bad luck. They fail because of the predictable, avoidable reason. Okay, so that reason you can discover. Okay, in that my books also, there is my book called Make a Startup, book by Arvind Upadhyay. You can read that particular book if you really want avoid the mistake that everyone is doing, related like everybody is doing a mistake in their startup journey, and you cannot do that mistake. You can avoid that particular mistake with that process. Okay, so if you're trying to avoid that particular mistake, read my book, Make a Startup. So I'm going to uncover some of the reason why startups fail. Number one reason why startup fail is no market need. If you're creating a product service and there is a no market need for that particular service product, that is the biggest reason for startup fail. You have to focus market fit, and is that product need for your startups. And it's very important that your product is market fit or your product is not the market fit. So number one reason for startup fail is simply no market need, right? So you have to focus that is your product service is good for the market, is it fit for the market. You might have a great idea. Suppose you have a great idea, but ask yourself this question: is this solving a real pain point for the real people? If you are asking this question, that is this solving the real pain point in the market, is this solving the real pain point for the people around me? too many founders Too many founders fall in love with the solution, not the problems. Okay, you have to be love with your solutions. Problems may be anything, like you have a specific problem. Suppose I have seen multiple startups, and these startups are the starting from different product and then grabbing, then starting from different product. So it's not necessary that you have a specific product, a specific service you are offering, and you can just start. Hello, Bharadwaj. Good afternoon. Okay, so let's remember, build what people are actually trying to, like what they necessary they need. Okay, so build what people are desperate to pay for. Okay, if your customer is paying for you in advance, that's meaning your product, your service is really good. Everyone is trying to get the funding for their startup, but trust me, uh, you cannot get the funding because in pre-revenue stage. Yeah, some product companies like a software, some tools, some technologies they get funded for the startup for the in the pre revenue phase. But I believe you have to launch your product first, then test in the market that it is the good market fit with your product. If it's not good market fit, avoid to building and creating that specific business, that specific startup. You have to focus, is that market need of my product and service? If it is not the market need for your product and service, avoid to do that particular thing. Reason number second is running out of cash. Cash and money is really important for the startup success. So the second big killer of the startup failure is running out of the cash. So startup bleed money faster than you think. You have to focus on money on your office or rent. You have to pay employee salary, and initially you are running out of the cash. So startups, the bigger problem for the startup is financial planning. If you are a startup founder, hi Durgesh, sorry, uh, hi Helen, and welcome to the show. Hello. And yeah, so financial problem is the big problem for the startups. You have to think about it. You have to plan for your startup, that you have to very carefully planning for your startup. No runaway, no backup. If you don't have a backup for your startup, don't best your money. You have to properly planning for investing your money in your startup. So you don't have to burn rate, okay, your cash flow, how long your startup can survive without revenue. You have to make that planning before starting your startup. You have to make your planning that without any revenue in the pre-revenue stage, how many month, how many years I'm going to survive. You are playing the big battlefield, and cash is the king in that. Cash is the oxygen for your startup. So remember it. You have to do the proper financial planning. If you are in that way that you don't want to fail in your startup journey. If you don't want to fail in your startup journey, you have to the proper planning for your startup financial. Second, third reason is wrong team. When we are hiring in the startups, we do very high mistake, and the mistake is that we hire our friends, our people who we know that exactly we match our thoughts. In that process we hire people, but hiring is very important for any type of the startup. You are building a startup, you have to think about that. Hiring is the highly important process in a success for any startups. So if you are building a startup, hiring, you have to first of all prepare before hiring. Startups are not the solo games. You cannot build every product. You are not in the sales, you are not in the going to be in the marketing, you are not going to be in the operation, you are not going to be in the HR, you are not going to be in the account. Everything you cannot alone manage. You need team, you need people. So you are not going to play this solo game. You need a proper team that not only is skilled but also committed, but also dedicated with your vision, your mission. So hire slow but fire fast. Okay, you follow this process and you can actually going to be succeed. Okay, surround yourself with the people who believe in your mission, in your company mission, in your startup mission. Like they're going to be like saying that this is my own startup in the, because I believe that when we are building a startup, every member is important, every team member is going to be very important. So you hire very importantly. You have to focus good method and good preparation before hiring anyone. And reason for is poor marketing and positioning. Okay, you have to focus on the marketing, and marketing is really important. If you are doing the poor marketing and poor positioning for your product, you are not going to survive, you are not going to succeed with your startup. So you have to focus on strong marketing and positioning for your startup. Build it and they will come. Okay, you have to make the very good product. No, that don't. Most of the startup founders that they think that if I am going to create a very good product, yeah, otherwise I'm going to create the very good service. Everyone automatically going to come, and everybody automatically going to buy my product and services. But this is the wrong way. You have to consistently, you have to focus on marketing. And every startup is going to need the proper lead generation process, and if you're not doing the proper marketing for your startup, no one know about your product and services. So even the best product fail without the great marketing. You made the best product, that is also going to fail if you're not doing the consistent in your with your marketing process. So the highly important process in marketing and positioning for your product and services. Why you exist, why you matter. You have to properly make the campaign that will never buy from startups. Don't die because of the product is bad. Startup die because nobody know they exist. Okay, if I have a company, I have a startup, but no one know about that startup, I'm going to die. It's not important that my product is not good, my service is not good, but it's the important that's how best, how perfect I'm doing the marketing. So it's a very very important that you do the proper marketing for startup. Reason number 5, ignoring customer feedback. Okay, customer feedback are speaking and listening. Customer feedback is foundation for any startup. So your customer are speaking, your customer, you need to listen them. Startup that don't iterate based on feedback and doom it, you are not smarter than the market. You are not smarter going to be than the market. Test, you have to learn and improve, repeat, adopt or die. There is a two process. You have to test your product, you have to learn from your feedback, and then you have to improve your product service from the market feedback, from the customer feedback. Reason number 6, why startups fail: because no business model. If you don't have any business, proper business model, absolutely you are going to die. Another major reason, no clear path to monetization. There is no clear proper way how you are going to make the revenue for your company. You make any big problems, like you are doing a startup, your startup idea is very very unique, very very unique, but you don't have a proper business model, you are not going to survive. This is the major reason. And no clear path to monetization for the startup, and this is the why startup fail. You can't build a business on hope, you can't build a business on basis of the investor money. You can build a business basis of proper monetization method. You can build the startup on the basis of the proper, you can build the startup on the basis of the proper revenue method. Ask yourself this, that how will this make money, how my startup is going to make money, how will it sustain itself. If your answer is we will figure it out later, you are building a dream, not a startup. So you have to focus on revenue model from the day one. You have to focus on business model from the day one, how you are going to make money from that. You are not going to think that I'm going to figure out it later. You have to think about that how we are going to make money from this startup from the day one. So this was the sixth reason why businesses fail, because they don't have a proper business model. Reason number 7, lack of focus. Many founders try to do too much too soon. Okay, this is the they change every shiny object, but success demand focus. Dominate one niche first, nail it, then scale it. If you're building a startup, focus on one product. Start with a one product, one pricing, one business model, and then scale it. Then start another product. You don't have to launch everything, everything automatically. You have to focus on that with the one product, with the one service, and that is the important. You have to focus on learn. You have to focus on the things, and many founders do this is the because many startup fail. So I am going to quick recap whatever I have taught about in this startup, in this episode. That what we have: number one reason why startup fail is no market need. Number second reason why startup fail is running out of the cash. Number third why startup fail because of the wrong people, because of the wrong hiring, because of the wrong team. Number fourth reason why startup fail is because of the poor marketing. Poor marketing is a big reason why startup fail. Number fifth is the why startup fail because of the ignoring feedback. Number six reason why startup fail is because no business model they have. Number seventh why business startup fail is because of the lack of focus. Now if you are thinking uh, this is scary, you have to learn that how your startup is not going to fall in this category and you are going to succeed with your startup. You can read my book, that Make a Startup book by Arvind Upadhyay. Trust me, that is going to guide you everything what you need to build a startup proper. If you need a consulting with me one to one, I'm going to give you a discovery call. Call me on the number that is in the description box, and our team will connect with you and we are going to discuss one to one with your business, that what in your business not working, what in your business, what is in your startup is not actually working. We're going to see that it's like lead generation is not working, it's that sales process is not working, it's that high team is not working, is that good product, bad product, good service, it's that market fit or not. We are going to work closely with that and going to make you a highly successful startups. So the a startup fail not because they are the bad ideas, but because founders don't learn fast enough. If you want to win, obsess over the problem, listen to your customer, build a lean, fast, focused team, and never stop evolving. Thank you for the tuning into the Arvind Upadhyay Show. If you found Arvind Upadhyay Show valuable, share it with your friend, with the founders, with the startup founders who are looking for these reasons why the startup fails. And you can also share with your friends because they need this, because if they are building a startup, they are going to avoid these reasons, so they in future they are not going to suffer, they are not going to feel pain for the settle down of the startup, they are not going to close their startup, they are going to be successful in their startup to avoiding these reasons. So thank you so much for tuning this Arvind Upadhyay show. Our goal is not just to start up, the goal is to scale up and stay up. So until next time, keep building, keep believing. Okay, whatever you start up you are building, just have belief in inside that okay, I'm going to build a sustainable focus level of the startup and I'm going to lead the startup. Thank you so much for listening. This episode is brought to you by Career Bro. Career Bro is India's most trusted career guidance platform. So if you need career guidance, go to Career Bro, and they have good type of the assessment, counseling and guidance process. Go through the Career Bro and subscribe our channel, because it's important that if you are someone like listening to me and it's a valuable content for you, it's a good thinking, you're liking it, then must sure share with your friends and like it.